whistle blows. Emma and I lived in this warehouse on 4th Street in Berkeley, where 3rd Street was the train tracks and 1st Street was pretty much the Bay. And we lived across from this incredibly toxic looking ink factory. There's something really creepy about those basic things. You just don't expect to live across the street from them. I know we need ink, but I never want to live anywhere near it again. There's nothing between us and the train tracks except this empty parking lot. So when the train went by, and it was the big California Metro liner, the big train that ran up and down the coast 4, 5, 6 times a day and through the night. When it rolled by, the whole building would shake. And when the whistle blew, and then the whistle faded, it was the best sound I ever heard. It's still the coolest thing I've ever heard. I don't mind trains. Even to this day, I can sleep right through trains. The whole building was like this 4-story chimney that was like the size of one room, and it just went straight up. And on the 3rd floor where we spent most of our time, there was this weird metal grate about 10 feet high on the wall. It was about 6 foot by 6 foot, and it was attached to the wall but had these chains so it hung down over our head. And it had all these holes in it, and there's a switch underneath it. When you turn the switch, it would go click, click, click. And then the whole thing would burst into flames. It was a gas fireplace, kind of, but it was attached to the wall and it hung down over our heads like someone thought it was a really good idea to put a fireplace 10 feet in the air hanging over us. It was the single most unsafe heating system I have ever seen in my life. But when I would come home completely drunk at night from some club, I would just sit underneath it, turning it on, turning it off, turning it on, turning it off. It looked really fucking cool. I probably should have killed all of us accidentally, but it worked out. And we were kind of in this weird time in our life because, we had just been kids a few years before, and now we're supposed to be adults, and I didn't know how we were going to take care of ourselves because they sure as shit aren't paying you any money to play music. So I was washing dishes and doing construction, and Emer was working in a record store. He's the kind of guy that's either the best employee or the worst employee ever. Like, he's gonna sit there and lecture everybody about music and tell them what's great to buy, but he's also gonna sit at the front counter when you walk up with your records and go, oh no, you don't want that. That sucks, that's a piece of shit. He got fired for that eventually. We didn't have much money, so we would spend our days like rummaging through the used bins of every record store in Berkeley and San Francisco looking for whatever the hell we were looking for that day. And we would walk up to the 99-cent store on San Pablo and we would buy these bashed-in boxes of macaroni and cheese. Sometimes we'd just bash them in. Or these dented cans of Progresso or Campbell's soup. And ramen. Just an ungodly amount of ramen. And that's how we spent our days. But our nights, man, and I mean every single night, we were out in the clubs, either playing music or rehearsing to play music or watching our friends play music. But every night we were out there wrapped and swaddled and blanketed in loud noise, in volume, in the sound of guitars in these crazy, shitty, amazing clubs in San Francisco. And those sounds were the sounds that carried us from childhood to adulthood. The sounds of crashing guitars and noisy cymbals and squealing keyboards. So every night we went out to make as loud a sound as we possibly could and just hoped somehow somebody would notice us. And then you did. And somehow you still do. And that shit will get you from there to here. That will get you straight through your life. got us. There's a girl on a car out in the parking lot, and she said, man, come on, come on, come on, take a shot. She said, can't you see me? Can't you see me? And can't you see that my walls tumbling down? Can you see my wall is just crumbling down? Well, I saw when the moon stopped spinning around, and I watched the sky go blue, black, green, gray, brown. And I saw when the sun stopped flashing around. But she said, can't you see me? She said, can you see me? She said, can you see me? And I said, no. But there's a girl on a car in the parking lot, says, man, you should try to take a shot. Can you see my wall is just crumbling? And then she looks up at the building, she says, hey, I'm thinking of jumping. She says she's tired of it. We're all sick and tired of something but round here. She's always on my mind. Round here, hey man, I got a lot of time. Round here, we're never sent to bed early, and then nobody makes us wait. Around here, we stay up very, very. Here train go like a radio. I watch the big one roll away. There's a fire high in my sky, and a whistle blows, a whistle bangs. I hear the train go. It's like the radio. And me, I watch the big one just roll away. There is a fire high up in my sky, and the whistle blows, and the whistle fades. The whistle blows, and the whistle fades away. The whistle blows,